Hello, welcome to part 4 in my short web design tutorial series. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to start styling the content that we began creating in the last video, and if you've not seen that there should be an annotation or a link below and you should probably go and watch that first. Before we start I just thought I'd make you aware of the blog post regarding this series of videos that you can go and check out now over on the blog. That's www.davis-design.com/blog. There should be a link in the description to that. And all the videos are on there with the relevant links for each video and a little description, so that should be useful. Right, so let's get started. Opening up Dreamweaver, we need to open two files for this tutorial. We need the index page that we worked on last time and the style.css file. Now, first of all, before we can do anything, we need to link the two files together. Now you'll notice here in the body section we've got all the text and everything that we created last time. And above that there is the title tag and the head tag. And within the head tag, which means before the head tag with a slash before it, we need to add something in here, so I'm just going to add some line breaks. Now to link the style.css file to this file, you need a short bit of code, a short line that you can just type in. So you open the link tag as so, and then within that we need to link directly to the style.css page. We can do that by typing in href equals, and then within two speech marks, the title of the document that we're trying to link. After that, and still within the link tag, we need to specify the type. So we need type equals and then two more speech marks and text/JavaScript. This should come up automatically if you're using Dreamweaver. Lastly, in the link tag, we need one more thing. So type in rel equals and then two speech marks and style sheet. And then we can close this tag straight away by putting a slash and then a less than sign. Great, so now the two files are linked, and any rules we create in the style.css file we can apply to the div tags in the index.html file. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to create a basic rule for now. I'm going to call mine test, it doesn't matter what you call it, but in the CSS file what I'm going to do is type a full stop and then test. And then I'm going to open some curly brackets and go down to the next line. And the first rule I'm going to make for this test style is change the font. So what we need to do is type in font family with the dash in between, and then it comes up with a list of font families that we have in Dreamweaver. I'm just going to go for Arial, I think, and Helvetica, just to get rid of that horrible Times New Roman. And then I'm going to finish that line with a semicolon. And then on the next line I'm going to change the colour, so type in colour. Obviously this is American, so it's COLOR. And then I'm just going to choose from the swatches here a nice blue. But you can type in the code for any colour that you like, and then you can have any colour. And you'll see that the swatches panel generates the colour code for me. But I could just paste in any colour code from anywhere. And that's it for this little rule. I'm just going to close this off with the curly brackets. Oh, and don't forget we need to end each rule within the style with a semicolon to differentiate them. And then now we're going to try and apply it to one of our divs. So going back onto the index.html page, I'm going to select the first div in the design view, and you'll see it's selected in the code view as well. So within the opening div tag of this div, I'm going to bring out space, and then I'm going to type in class, because we're going to refer now to the class that we just created, the test class. Type in class and then equals and then two speech marks, and then in between those we're going to just type in test. We don't need the dot now, just type in the name of the class, and you'll see that hopefully if I close that in the design view, now the font has changed and the colour has changed to blue, like we set. And the whole point of this class system is that now that we've got that set up with the test class, we can apply that to any of the other divs that we've made or any other thing that we put on our website. So you'll see if I add this class to the second div by using the same thing in the opening link tag class equals test, the same rules will apply in the design view to the buttons that we've got here. So now we've got that set up, let's go back to the style.css file and see what other rules we can apply to the style and play with this content that's on our page. If you're in Dreamweaver, these should automatically pop up in this little window when you press enter within a style. And it's worth looking through all of these just to check what they are and what you can do, because you can apply any of these rules to any bit of anything on your website. And CSS is the main thing for the general look of the website. So it's worth looking through all these, there's quite a few. And we don't use all of them anyway. I'm just going to go for font style for now, just to demonstrate, and I'm going to select italic. And as you'll see in the design view, this will change the text in the banner and the buttons to italic. Another useful one is background colour. So this works the same way as colour, but it'll be the background for the div, so it'll be the big box of the div, and that'll change colour. I'll go for a nice different shade of blue for now, or green. Another important element of this is because we've applied this style to a div, we can actually use CSS to change the size of the div. So the next rule I'm going to apply is width, and I'm going to set this to about 100 pixels, and in CSS we use px for shorthand for pixels, and anything with like a value of size, then we would use pixels, or another one is em that we could use. And as you'll see now in the design view, the actual box that's containing the hello text and the button text that we have underneath has changed size. Now say we want to move the position of this box within the page, the first thing we could do is margin. So under the margin left rule I'm going to type 20 pixels, and you'll see that has indented the box by 20 pixels from the left. But say if we wanted this to be centered, we could type in margin and then auto, and then that'll automatically work out the margins and make sure that the box is central to the page. So I'm going to leave it there for this video. I know this doesn't really look like much yet, but I just thought I'd demonstrate to you that coding is actually not that hard, and most of it is in plain English. So you can play with this all you like now, and start making divs and adding classes to the divs. And in the next video we'll carry on and we'll start making it look a bit more like something, a bit more like a proper website. But I hope this has been useful, especially for beginners. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe and make sure to keep watching for the rest of the series. Again, don't forget to go over to the blog if you have time and check out the post that covers this video and includes relevant links. But for now, I'll see you next time.